All right. Shalom boys here. Well, good morning and welcome to the covenant. In this video, I'm going to talk about something that is very critical when it comes to homesteading. And as you know, homesteaders, backyard gardeners, whatever have you, we can go ahead and we can grow our own food. As you can clearly see, I got some nice fresh lettuce picked from the garden. And we can grow our own meat. We can source our own water. We can build our own homes. We can even live mortgage free like I do. Currently, my expenses run around about $600-700 a month. And that's the truth. Why? Because I don't have a mortgage. I don't have rent. I have a minimal food bill. I don't have a water bill. I don't have a sewage bill. I don't have, I'm about to get rid of the electric bill. But my electric bill is only about 80-90 bucks a month to run an entire homestead. I don't have mortgage debt. I don't have student loan debt. Neither does my wife. So we pretty much live a sufficient life. I don't have a heating bill because we use wood stoves. I can go on and on, but I think you guys get the picture. I don't have a car note because my cars are paid for. However, in spite of all of that, I still got to make money. Why? Because materials and things cost money. I still got an internet. I can't upload this video without the internet. I still have a cell phone bill. I still have to pay insurance. I still have to pay property taxes, even though that ain't nothing more than 500 bucks a year. I still have expenses. So in spite of, you know how much a root canal costs? I still have expenses in spite of being this self-sufficient. And there's very few people that I know that can live in a home, have running water, have certain modern day conveniences that we have. Like I don't have a dryer, but I do have a washing machine, and we just hang our clothes on the dryer. But I still have to put gas in the car. You get what I'm saying. But we all will still have expenses in spite of the fact that we are living off grid or we have a homestead. So how do I go about funding all of this stuff? Now, I do not advocate for people to go out and get a job. I advocate for people to go out and develop real skills, thus covenant contracting services. I started this business when I did not know anything about contracting. I didn't know anything about fixing stuff or any of that stuff. But being on a homestead, I was forced to learn because, like I said in the previous video, it's either you're going to do two things. You're going to fix it yourself or you're going to hire somebody else to do it. And if you're on a fixed income, if you have a job now, you know, we look at the statistics of how much the average black person, white person, whatever have, black woman, all of those stats are there. And it is very expensive to hire somebody like me to go ahead and put on a metal roof, which I know how to do, or do a kitchen remodel, which I know how to do, or do a bathroom remodel, or do a fence, or build a deck, or fix broken pipes, or put in a hot water heater, or put in drip irrigation, or run electrical lines, or you see what I'm getting at? I had to learn how to do all of those things here. And so as a direct result of that, what I did is I decided to go ahead and pay. If I can do it here, I can do it for clients around me and make a shitload of money doing it. So could you imagine making $10,000 in a month and your expenses are only $600 or $700 in a month? This is why I advocate when folks go out to doing a homestead, jobs are not as plentiful out here in the country as they are out in the city. And it is very difficult to get a good paying job out in the country, especially in these rural areas. So you got to understand, you got to have a plan. Joel, get that goat. He eat my roses. Get that goat. Get that goat, boy. Get that goat. Get him. They put their nose anywhere. If I put fencing up, they put their noses in. Get the goat, boy. You're not going to get the goat? He's not going to get the goat. Araya, get the goat. He's eating my roses. And put him back. Sorry. He's going back. Or she's going back. So, sorry about that. You're going to need to be able to generate some revenues for yourself, okay? And the easiest way to do that is to start your own business, okay? Now, you know, we live in an age where everybody's a business owner. Everybody owns some kind of business. Now, you can have any kind of business you want as long as it generates some damn revenue for yourself and your family so that you can support and get things done so that you can have, yeah, give me, thanks. Homemade bread. This is my breakfast right here. The breakfast of kings. Homemade blueberry bread. So you're going to need to be able to generate some income for yourself because it is very difficult to be on a homestead, do all of this kind of work, fencing, fixing stuff, gardening, and then go to a job, right? Work 30, 40, 50 hours a week and then come home and then do this shit. That shit is intensive. It's intensive. While a lot of people losing their job, she's so stressed, she quit her job and she's doing homesteading. And hey, a lot of people are losing their jobs. This is a serious problem with this economy and how things are going. And if you're not self-sufficient, see, being off-grid and being self-sufficient, being a homesteader, it encompasses the economic aspect as well. Because if you're dependent on somebody, it's amazing. You could be dependent on somebody and their food, right? Or we can advocate us being not dependent on somebody else's food or somebody else's educational system. But then we don't want to talk about or address the issue of being dependent on somebody else's job. It's crazy. It's amazing. It's amazing. How is it that you're going to be self-sufficient and be set apart, but when you're dependent on their jobs, but then at the same time talk against the system and being self-sufficient from the system, but you go into the system for a paycheck? You see the problem? You see the issue? So you're going to need to learn how to develop some kind of business. For men, I definitely suggest some type of contracting. You could do anything that you can think of. You can do online consulting. I know brothers that do all kinds of things that are successful. Selling food, selling watermelons. I mean, you could do all of this kind of stuff and be successful. You can do a myriad of things and have multiple hustles. No problem. No problem. But whatever it is, make sure you ain't dependent on some damn job for your self-sufficiency. Because you lose your job, then you got a mortgage and you got bills and stuff and you got student loan debt and you got all this stuff. How you gonna pay for all this? How you gonna pay for all of this? And see, this is what's not talked about a lot, even in the self-sufficiency homestead realms. See, somebody can't talk about something that they have not done themselves. Learn how to be economically self-sufficient. It is the true path to freedom.